So we're celebrating Rosh Hashanah here at the JCCSF, and of course we celebrate the new year with apples and honey. Apples being the symbol of productivity and abundance, and honey being a symbol of a wish for sweetness in the new year, as well as being historically tied to the idea of a love of Torah and of learning. That makes this my favorite holiday because I'm a honey collector. I'm Nathaniel. I work in marketing here at the JCCSF, and I've been collecting honey for a number of years now. I picked up a couple of honeys here and there and got really interested in how different they were depending on which kind of flower the bees were feeding on. My idea of honey was always just sort of that syrupy yellow clover honey that you get in the store, but I found it varied from almost pure white and almost paste-like, like from the Kiavi acacia in Hawaii, to a dark, sour molasses brown with honeys taken from the sap of trees, and everything in between. So I thought, in honor of the holiday, I would do a honey tasting. Now, this year, being an election year, and in the spirit of reconciliation, which we're supposed to celebrate during this period of reflection, during the days of awe, I've brought in some honeys from red states, from blue states, and from swing states to show the variety of the honeys and the states they represent. So we're beginning with a wildflower honey from Virginia. Virginia, of course, being a usually red state that has occasionally been a swing state. Wildflower honey is not a monofloral, so usually I collect honeys that come from mostly a single flower. When a honey is labeled wildflower, it means it's collected from a variety of flowers. This next honey is a guajillo honey from the great state of Texas. This is one of the finds that I'm most excited about. Apparently, farmers who were settling the southern region of Texas discovered caves and hollow trees that were full of these massive hives dripping with honey, mostly from the guajillo brush and similar brush native to the region. This one is a star thistle honey from our fellow western state of Colorado, a likely swing state in this election, and it's unusual in a number of ways. First, because it has this really interesting, almost ivory color and very thick, buttery texture to it. It's very opaque, smooth flowing, not crystallized, it's liquid, but very thick. It's also interesting because star thistle is not a native plant to Colorado. It's actually an invasive species. It's native to northern Spain. So the next honey may be a little bit more familiar to folks. This is an orange blossom honey. Orange blossom honey is a terrific all-purpose honey. It's mild in flavor. It has this nice, clear, pale color. And it has a texture that's almost chewy. So this honey is blueberry honey from the blue state of Maine. Blueberry honey is a little bit surprising. It has kind of a typical clear amber look to it, but it has a very robust flavor. Some people describe it as earthy. So our final honey is tamarisk honey. This comes from the tamarisk shrub, which is also sometimes called salt cedar, and this honey comes from New Mexico. But as you can see, the look of it is really different. It has this dark color to it, this very dark, rich color and thick texture. And it has a flavor that's really distinctive. It's a thinner flavor than most of the other honeys are. And it's a little bit like molasses and a little bit salty. So I hope that you enjoy these honeys, that you go out and find some more unique honeys on your own to enjoy. And to all of my friends in the red states and the blue states and the swing states, and to all the wonderful beekeepers out there, have a very happy and sweet new year.